The Team Performance Report is one of the most useful reports in front analytics. It gives you a clear picture of how your team is working, both as a whole and at the individual level. Let me show you how to read it. When you open the report, the first thing you'll want to do is set your date range. You can do a quick 7-day check-in, but if you're trying to spot patterns or understand what's actually going on, 4 to 6 weeks is usually the sweet spot. 1 week can easily be thrown off by a thick day, an unusually busy stretch, or a product incident. You want enough data to see a real trend. Once you've set your range, you'll see the key metrics, which show the highlights such as total messages sent, overall average reply time and handle time, or whichever metrics you pin because they're important to your team. The busiest times heat map will show you a snapshot of volume throughout the week according to whichever metric you choose. You can see which hours most teammates are active, when the highest number of messages are being sent, or even when the most tickets are sitting active but unresolved. It's a great lens for staffing and scheduling. You can spot where your coverage gaps are, find windows where your team is consistently hitting goals or not, and notice any patterns week over week. Below is the team performance table, where you'll find 1 row per teammate. You can pin columns for metrics like reply volume, first response time, resolution time, and handle time. Before you start drawing any conclusions, a great place to start is to sort by messages sent or assigned conversations first. This tells you right away whether volume is distributed roughly evenly across the team. If one person is handling significantly more than everyone else, that's the conversation to have before you look at anything else. From there, you can dig into the report to answer whatever questions you have today. This report allows you to see the whole picture rather than reading a single metric on its own. For example, high reply volume alongside high response time might just mean someone is handling more complex conversations, not that something is wrong. Looking at a few columns together gives you a much more accurate read. One metric worth paying attention to that often gets overlooked is handle time. That's the average time someone spends actively drafting a reply. If handle time is consistently high alongside high response times, that can be a signal that someone would benefit from better documentation or clearer message templates. You can also filter down to an individual teammate and look at any date range you want, which is really useful for things like reviewing someone's first 90 days or putting together a performance summary to share with leadership. The key to getting the most out of this report is consistency, opening it regularly, not just when something feels off, and always reading the numbers in context rather than in isolation. It will help you track performance and make adjustments backed by data rather than guesswork.